afternoon, good evening, Jar of Marble dwellers and Jar of Marble curious. My name is Linda and this is Jar of Marbles.
And I'm Bob.
It's lovely to see you, Bob.
Always good to see you, Linda.
And you too. This week, I'd like to talk a little bit about when distance is the answer. Reflect and breathe. Sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all.
Oh, how's that?
Well, when someone disrespects you, whether through words, actions, or constant disregard for your worth, the natural urge is to react, defend yourself, or seek validation, isn't it?
Yeah, well, my advice is be useless so no one can use you. No, but really, I've thought this right through.
I bet you have. But here's the truth. Disrespect doesn't deserve your response, your energy, or your peace. #distance is the only answer.
I'm at the age where I recognise more songs at the supermarket than I do on the radio.
I'm with you, Bob.
Probably don't listen to the radio much, but anyway.
Why argue with someone who has clearly already made up their mind to belittle you? They're all ready to attack. They have their mind made up, sure in their sureness, totally unaware that they come across as a total fool, still after all these years, still whining the same tune, and all of them lies.
So boring.
Why dive into drama just to prove your point and to someone who will never care to understand you, nor give the respect and kindness you so richly deserve? We all deserve.
I'm a strong man who's capable of many things, but restraining myself around chips and salsa is not one of them.
That's not a weakness, Bob. That's just having good taste.
Yeah, all right then.
Their disrespect is a true reflection of them. It's never of you.
That's the tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe that we as humans do not realise that they are so caught up in their meanness and hatred that they don't even realise how ridiculous they are.
I mean that when people carry on like that and are so hateful it says everything about them is never you.
Well, yes, Bob. So instead of engaging in battles that drain you, this is where you step in. You choose to protect your peace.
Choose you for goodness sake.
That's right. Walk away silently, withdraw your presence, let your absence speak louder than your words ever could. And when you distance yourself from those who don't value you, you're not being cold, you're being wise.
Oh yeah, be wise. I like being wise. You know, not being able to teleport is continuing to be a huge inconvenience for me.
Such an inconvenience. Lucky I can remote view.
Yeah, what?
Oh, never mind, Bob. Silence doesn't mean weakness. It means you're mature enough to know that some things are just better left unanswered, aren't they? Better left unsaid. Chances are it has in fact all been said, and said many times. Respect isn't begged, it's earned.
If anyone stood in a line on the equator, most people would drown.
There you go. I did wonder about that. Not.
No.
No matter who you are, your station in life, if you are the daughter, for example, does not give you any right to be rude and have automatic respect. And once you have continued on with, say, your disrespect, your presence is no longer required. So no matter how true, wise or well-intentional your words may be, they will fall on deaf ears if the listener is not open or prepared to hear them.
Must be wonderful to be so entitled.
Yeah, I don't think it is at all. No one admires a fool. People understand things not just with their ears, but with their level of awareness, their level of life experience, and their emotional readiness. You can explain something with logic, love, or even urgency, but if the person is not at a place in their journey to receive that truth, it simply won't register.
Ching ching.
Yeah, I think my trauma made me stronger.
Cute. Mine turned me into a sarcastic ledger with trust issues and elite meme taste.
It's like trying to plant seeds in frozen soil. No matter how good that seed is, it won't grow until the ground is ready. This applies to all areas of life: advice, healing, forgiveness, even love. Forcing understanding leads to resistance.
I'm jealous of toddlers and their lack of social norms. Just once, if I saw someone that I didn't want to talk to and the second they opened their mouth, you could just scream, "No!" in their face and just run away.
Somewhat satisfying.
Ah, come on, it'd be awesome. Yeah, I wish people were more like pillows.
Why?
You just flip them over when they're being uncool.
I do quite like that.
Yeah, me too. One of my favourite childhood memories is building sandcastles with Grandpa. It was so much fun until Grandma made me put the ashes back in his urn.
Oh, that's twisted. but funny, Bob. True growth and realisation comes from within and at the right time. So instead of trying to make someone see what you see, just plant the seed gently, let life, time and experience do the rest.
Do you ever look at someone and think, you're the reason we have instructions on shampoo bottles?
I do, actually, yes. Some messages, lessons, things that some take an entire life, if at all, to learn, to realise it can take weeks, months or even years to sink in. But when the person is ready, it will click like magic. Until then, be patient and be kind as much as is possible and make sure that you are kind to yourself.
Hey, I had a thought. It's a Bobism, possibly one of my greatest suggestions. Put all current boyfriends and girlfriends at the edge of family photos so they can be easily cropped out later.
Hey, that's not bad at all, Bob. That's actually a good one.
Yeah, I thought so.
Hashtag when distance is the answer. Let go of the need to be understood. Speak your truth and just trust the timing. Speak your truth to someone who cares for you and respects you.
Hate to brag, but someone told me I was a real asset today. They pronounced it asshat, but I'm pretty sure that was just their accent.
Oh, Bob. That's one of the worst feelings when you finally gather the courage to speak up about something that hurt you, only for the other person to twist it around and make you feel like you are the problem. Is this damn familiar?
I'm shuddering in my underpants.
I know from talking to others in similar situations when distance is the answer, the only answer, that my side of the story doesn't matter anymore. Life happened. It hurt. I healed. But most importantly, I learned who deserves a seat at my table and who will never sit at it again.
Anyone want to meet up and just scream? We could get food after.
Name the time and place. Can we howl at the moon?
Yeah.
When you are dealing with nutters, distance is the only answer. They are the worst kind because they know they're nutters. Instead of taking accountability, they gaslight, deflect, or flip the situation to make you second guess yourself.
My life is a series of what the hell moments separated by snacks.
Oh, I like that.
Thank Rod for snacks.
Thank Rod for snacks. It's exhausting, and over time, it teaches you to suppress your emotions just to keep the peace. But here's the thing. You deserve to be heard. You deserve a space where your feelings are validated, not weaponized against you.
Hey, how to break up nicely? I'd say I think it's time to take this relationship to the previous level.
That's not bad. Oh, don't look at it as us saying goodbye. Look at it as if you're saying hello to anyone other than me.
Oh, hell yeah, I like that. Love it, actually.
So make sure who you talk to is not one of these ding-dongs, please. Peace is never going to happen.
Yeah, I might start booing people during conversations if I'm not interested.
Brilliant. I'm going to try that. In a healthy relationship, communication shouldn't feel like a battle.
On guard!
And expressing yourself shouldn't leave you feeling worse than before.
Yeah, no.
If someone truly cares, they'll listen, acknowledge and work toward a solution, not make you regret ever speaking up in the first place.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Trusted and betrayed. They're the bloody worst, isn't it? You're trusting and then you're betrayed. Yuck.
It's a good thing farting isn't contagious like yawning is. That would be terrible for everybody.
Yeah, maybe, but it'd be kind of funny. Hashtag when distance is the answer. That is exactly what they do, unashamedly and deliberately, as they clear themselves of all guilt and accountability. Then they walk away from the disaster they created, feeling superior. They just got their narc hit, their narc supply yet again, evil personified.
If at first you don't succeed, try drinking beer while you do it. You'll be amazed about how much less you care.
Thank you for that, Bob.
Yeah, that's all right.
Thing is, you can't mistreat people and then act like they betrayed you. That's what's called delusional.
When people suck the life out of you, they should at least take some fat too.
True that, Bob. Absolutely. How bloody inconsiderate of them.
Yeah.
Ultimately, for some of us, I wish it was far more that you stop taking them back. You get sick of their flying monkeys.
But the person doing it doesn't see it like that.
Clearly, they're too busy hurting people and blaming them all in one fell swoop. These sorts are delusional. It goes with the territory. They know what they're doing, but the point is they could care less how bad they hurt you. That's the bit that most decent people cannot get their head around.
I've learned to trust my gut. It may hang over my pants a little, but it knows things.
Good on you, Bob. My gut knows things too.
Yeah.
There comes a moment, quiet, resolute, and deeply clarifying, when you no longer feel guilt for creating distance from those who consistently disrespect you. It doesn't happen all at once. At first you question yourself, you turn things over in your mind, wondering if maybe you misunderstood, if maybe you should tolerate more, forgive more, bend a little further, especially when it's family, especially when they act like the victim, twisting your boundaries into accusations, your silence. It just becomes, it's very loud, isn't it? But there's a deeper voice within you, one that doesn't shout but speaks with unwavering calm, a soul-deep knowing that says, this is not love, this is not respect, this is not how you deserve to be treated.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, well, it's true. It really resonates. You've got to reject the idea that you need to keep them in your life because they're family. Many people are very open about this now. This is not a new story. But when this started happening to me when I was a really young girl, people were, just shocked and horrified and mortified, etc. But people are more open now and just going, hey, this is so many people's normal. It is something that you have to look at and reject the idea that you have to keep them in your life because they're family, as I was saying, whether it's your son, your daughter, whoever it is, your whoever. That simply isn't a good enough reason to torture you, to disrespect you and forget you in that way that only they can do. One day, that's when it shifts, not in a loud, dramatic way, but in a stillness that feels like truth.
I got some sad news. Apparently, someone doesn't like my attitude. Please give me a nanosecond to recover from my grief.
I'm with you, Bob. You begin to understand that protecting your peace isn't cruelty, it's clarity.
You said it was wise too.
It is very wise. That walking away from toxicity is not abandonment, it is self-respect.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And most importantly, that choosing yourself does not make you selfish. It makes you aware.
I was thinking...
Is this a Bobism?
Yeah, me think so. Eating popcorn happens in 2 phases. Phase 1 is eating the kernels one at a time in a civilised manner. And phase 2 is ramming fistfuls of popcorn into your mouth like you're stuffing a sleeping bag. Nobody knows how or when the transition occurs.
Do you think you've got a point there, Bob?
Yeah, I know I do.
The hardest part is accepting that love isn't always going to stay, that blood isn't always thicker than water, and that people who habitually disrespect you and then paint themselves as a victim often rely on your empathy to keep hurting you. Oh, ow! I know, it's true. The butterfly does not look back at the caterpillar in shame, does it? Just as looking back on what you've endured. All of it was part of your transformation. Once you see that clearly, the weight starts to lift.
If I was a mortician, I think it would be good practice to tie the laces together of the dead.
Why?
Because if there's a zombie apocalypse, it would be hilarious.
You realise that peace isn't just a luxury. It's a necessity. And the more distance you place between yourself and the pain, the easier it is to breathe, to live, to grow. What once felt like a painful rapture becomes a sacred boundary. And what once made you feel heartless now feels like healing.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, very much so.
Our town is so small that we don't have a town drunk. We just all take turns.
Yeah, teamwork.
Yeah.
And eventually, without fanfare, you stop feeling bad. You stop apologising for choosing your well-being. You stop explaining why you will no longer accept poor behaviour just because of shared history or blood ties. Hell yeah! Nobody hustles harder than a woman who's had to learn that she can't rely on someone or people that she trusted.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Because from deep within your soul, you know you made the right decision. The hardest one, yes. You can't change what kind of people they are, but you can always find yourself a better crowd. And how I hear you say?
No, I didn't.
Well, it starts with your choice of who you allow into your life around you. Who you start off with doesn't always mean they'll be with you throughout your journey, and we all know that one. They could change or reveal their true selves. It may not be who you thought them to be. You yourself may change paths and make better life choices based upon them no longer being part of it for whatever reasons. You move forward and make new choices to better yourselves in that prospect.
It's manipulation though, isn't it, in the end?
Yeah, manipulation is when someone ignores their own disrespectful behaviour but blames you for how you reacted to it.
Whoa!
Yep. It's as plain as the nose on your face. But also the most honest, the most freeing, the most necessary. And it becomes easier because truth once felt cannot be unfelt. And self-respect once claimed does not let go.
Yesterday, one of my good friends told me I often make people uncomfortable by violating their personal space. I think that was an incredibly hurtful thing to say, and it completely ruined our bath.
Oh, Bob.
What?
There's a quiet kind of joy that comes after you've finally freed yourself from the emotional labour of distancing yourself from someone you once really cared so deeply about, and maybe you still do.
Don't shrink to be digestible, let them choke.
Oh, good on you, Bob.
Yeah, let them choke. Yeah.
It's not loud or triumphant.
Isn't it?
Well, at least not at first. It comes slowly like the morning sun creeping through closed curtains after, say, a long night.
Oh, yeah.
In the beginning, the space you created between yourself and that person will probably feel like a loss, a great loss. And more than that, it could have coloured your entire existence.
Oh, yeah.
It might have felt like failure. Yeah, God, I know that one so well. Like you were abandoning something you once promised to protect.
Going to Aldi for some bread, coming home with a two-man tent, a chainsaw and a trumpet.
Yes, it is very much like that, isn't it? Oh, bless. You questioned your boundaries, second-guessed your feelings, replayed memories, replayed conversations, and hoped, sometimes irrationally, that things would change, but they didn't. Or maybe they changed in a way that hurt more than it healed. Live by three rules, we always say in our house. Love needs action, trust needs proof, and sorry needs change. So you chose distance, not out of spite, but out of necessity.
Do you ever just listen to someone and think, holy shit, you've got the IQ of a crayon?
Oh, Bob.
Yeah, I'm on a bit of a roll today.
You are. And the joy. It shows up in unexpected ways. It's the relief in not having to explain yourself anymore. It's the stillness in your chest when their name comes up and your heart doesn't race.
Oh, yeah.
It's the freedom to focus your energy elsewhere, to reclaim the parts of yourself you gave away out of guilt, habit or fear. God, been there. Been there.
I want to grow my own food, but I can't find any bacon seeds.
Keep looking.
Yeah, I will.
Joy looks like peace. It sounds like silence that doesn't ache. It feels like clarity, the kind that lets you move forward without dragging a ghost behind you. The things that almost break you are the same things that will wake you. Oh my goodness, that's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, so true.
Letting go didn't mean you stopped caring. It meant you start caring more for your own well-being, for your growth, for your inner calm. And that is a really important difference. Of course, you're always going to care, but you've got to really look out for your own health, your own well-being, because this is your life. That kind of joy is quiet, but it's deep. And once you feel it, you realise you were never meant to carry someone else's weight for so long. It's not a place you've been for a while. It's gone. It's done.
I wish my life had background music so I could at least I'd know if I was in a drama or a comedy or a horror show.
Oh, Bob.
As a boy, I could climb any tree and run for miles on end. These days, I steady myself before a fart.
Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, that's all right.
This is a parting thought.
Oh, no.
To the narc in your life. Hopefully there's not too many of them. I won't curse you, but I won't wish you well either. I wish you nothing, and may our planets never touch again. Please be happy. Please be sad. Be in peace or afflicted by your reality. Please feel anything and everything, whatever it may be, but just do it far away from me.
In case you forgot, you're an adult and you can go and buy cake whenever you want. Nobody can stop you. Yeah, and why does toilet paper need a commercial? I mean, who's not buying it?
That is also quite the thought.
Yeah, I thought so.
And that's a wrap on today's episode.
No, I don't think I can handle the distance.
We'll be back next week, Bob.
Yeah, okay.
So if you've been wondering whether it's okay to hit the emotional eject button on that one person who only calls when Mercury is in retrograde or randomly for no reason, then disappears again, or just when they need a favour, or they just stop speaking to you or block you, the answer is a gentle but resounding yes. Yes, it is time to hit that see you later alligator button. This is your sign. Remember, protecting your peace doesn't make you mean. It makes you mature. You're not cutting people off. You're just slowly moonwalking out of the chaos with grace.
That's right, you moonwalker, you.
So go ahead, block that number, mute that group chat, or politely ghost the drama. Your energy is a limited resource. Spend it wisely and save the rest for people who water your plants when you're out of town. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Until next time, stay grounded, stay kind, and most importantly, stay far, far away from the nonsense.
Far, far away, yahoo!
Say g'day to the family for me. Give them off a mouthful, and we'll see you next time, okay? Okay then, bye.
Bye!